Hello! We're on video number 2 of my hopefully reoccurring Living YouTubely series, and the first thing we're going to do is a how-to. I'm really big into t-shirt design and like on the computer and on the shirts themselves, and yeah, I just believe that if there's a shirt that I would like to wear, then I should be able to wear it. So I've delved into this world of screen printing, both the inexpensive way and the more professional way. Now, I don't have one of those like octopus machines, like, but I do use the photo emulsion sometimes, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Here we go. This is a how-to on how to screen print the easy, cheap, quick way. What you're going to need is one of these. This is an embroidery hoop. It can be of any size or shape, just depending on like how big you want it on the shirt. Additionally, you'll need the screen with which to print it on. I'm using some, it's called organza. It's just a thin, you can see through it, kind of slightly porous. Like, it's really, it doesn't matter that much. And then the other things you need are pencil, preferably not a mechanical one because it'll rip through the organza. You'll also need, depending on the level of detail you want, paintbrushes for your glue. It'll all make sense in just a little bit, but this glue I use Mod Podge, the matte finish, because I tried using the shiny finish kind, and it's just harder to tell what part of the screen is filled. So before I go into my actual process where I show you what I do, I'll show you what one of the finished screens look like. If you can see, this screen, everywhere that I don't want the ink to go, I've put glue. So I've essentially painted around what I want to print. And yeah, so what you do is you just stick that on the shirt, stick some paint in here, fabric paint or screen printing ink, and just use like a squeegee or something to push it all through these empty spots, and it appears on a shirt. Yeah, I will catch you on the other side. So you see I'm putting the organza in the screen, and there's my design right there. Tracing it. Now comes the filling around the edges of the design so I can be more accurate when it comes time to just filling in the rest of the screen. Now I'm checking for pock marks, making sure there are no empty holes. And done. Alright, while we wait for that screen to dry, we'll be using this one that I showed you earlier to print on this. This is for my brother. Make sure you put pieces of paper, like just 8.5 by 11 printer paper is fine. You just don't want the ink to sink through or seep through the shirt and glue it to itself. You make sure there's little to no debris on the shirt. Flatten it out as much as you can. Then you take your screen. Your screen, you set where you want it to be. This is kind of one of those measure twice, cut once moments. Like, once you set the screen down, you're kind of committed to printing it. So, make sure it is what counts, or where it counts. So what I have here is a little squeegee. This was, I got it from like a craft store for this purpose. I have opaque white screen printing ink. He wants it in red, but in order to get it in red to show up on a dark color, you should put a base coat of the opaque white ink. So we'll do that. Started. Alright. So we... This is what the ink looks like. Oh gosh. Let's not do that. Ink is, it's kind of thicker than like acrylic paint. You take a knife or a spoon or something, and you just scoop some ink, just like onto the screen. Better to have too much than too little. I will probably run out, which just means a reapplication of paint. Then you take this, and you just want to flood what's called flooding the screen. And you want to make sure the ink gets to every part of your design. There's no need for it to go elsewhere, because you don't want ink to go there anyway. So why tempt fate? So here I have my white ink everywhere on the screen. And then you have, on more sophisticated machines, they'll do a flooding stroke with like a full-size squeegee, and then a painting stroke. And the painting stroke, you just want to have this at like a 20-25 degree angle, and you want to just pull down using constant pressure. Back to the top, and pull down. So, we have this, and for the reveal, you have to make sure the shirt doesn't move, because then the screen will print more than you want it to. So you just take it, hold the shirt down, and peel up. Voila! If you have any intention of using the screen again, you're going to want to turn on the faucet. I'll do that after I finish talking, and you just direct the water through the screen until you see that no paint remains anywhere to be seen. It might change the color of the screen, but as long as you can see through it, it means it'll still print just the same. Alright, last step is to heat set the ink. What you do is you set the iron to cotton, or as hot as it gets, and you make sure you turn the steam off, because you don't want water getting in there. Now, with the pieces of paper inside, I don't know if you can see, and I don't want to wrinkle it, so just take my word. There are pieces of paper inside where the design is. And take a piece of, this one is a paper bag, and you place that between the iron and the design, and you iron for about 3 minutes. That is all you need to do. Welcome back! So, we just finished about a day's worth. You can see it's no longer light outside. About a day's worth of work. Got 2 shirts printed. And don't be disillusioned by the amount of time it takes, because once you print one, you can print as many as you want. So say you find a design you really like, then you can print it forever and a day. Like this one, I've printed for more than one person. I'd say it turned out pretty well. This is like the 3rd or 4th shirt that I printed with this. So this one's worked out pretty cool. Advice for the future: I need new red paint. It's all chunky and gross, but it worked just fine. And our power button, look at that. Turned out beautifully. It even glows in the dark. Mostly because I have glow-in-the-dark paint, but it looks cool. It's a power button. Successful. So, I hope you learned something. There will be time codes and written out instructions in the bottom, in the doobly-doo, if you will. yeah, I hope you learned something. Hope you enjoyed this video and you're looking forward to more, because there will be more coming, I can assure you. Have a good one.